Did you know that the Founding Fathers had some of the most tragic personal lives imaginable? Their lives were filled with grief from illness and personal loss, and the hardships of living in their time. Counting down from number 4, we have Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson had a tragic personal life. Jefferson married Martha Wales in 1772, when she was 23 years old. They had 6 children together. But tragedy struck when Martha passed away just 10 years later. Immediately after her death, Jefferson was inconsolable. It had a profound impact on Thomas Jefferson. He was deeply devoted to Martha, and her passing left him devastated. In letters, Jefferson expressed profound grief. He excluded himself for weeks. Of their 6 children, only 2 survived to adulthood. The loss of the 4 children deeply affected Jefferson's life and state of mind. He once wrote, "The loss of a child is a grief from which you never fully recover." Behind this political genius was a man who knew the depths of personal pain. George Washington's personal life was marked by a number of tragedies. As a child, he lost his father at 11 years old to pneumonia. This event had a profound impact on Washington, and he would later write it was the heaviest affliction of his life. Washington's first wife, Martha, passed away in 1802. Martha had been Washington's constant companion for over 40 years, and it was a devastating blow to him. Washington was so grief-stricken that he could not bear to visit her grave for many years. Washington's adopted son, Jackie Custis, died in 1781. Jackie was Martha's son from her first marriage, and Washington raised him as his own. Jackie's death at age 26 was another tragic blow to our first president. Washington himself passed away in 1799. He was 67 years old. This was after a long battle with a severe throat infection. Washington was mourned by the entire nation, and he was given a state funeral. Despite the many tragedies that faced his personal life, George Washington remained a strong and resilient man. He was dedicated to his country and his family, and he served his nation with honor and distinction. Did you know that Founding Father Benjamin Franklin had a tragic personal life? As a teen, Ben faced rejection from his own brother in Boston, pushing him to run away. His son, Francis, tragically died at 4 from smallpox. This devastated his wife, Deborah. She also lived with the heartbreak of Ben's long absences abroad, ultimately dying while he was abroad. The Revolution tore his family apart. His son, William, a loyalist to the British crown, clashed with Ben's revolutionary ideas. The relationship never mended, and his son fled to England after the war. Behind his brilliance was a man shaped by great personal loss. James Madison battled crippling health problems all his life. Some historians even think that he had epilepsy. Madison was 5'4" and 100 pounds. It was often said that he looked visibly sickly. He struggled with a nervous disorder, including sudden seizures. He also had digestive problems, which was thought to be peptic ulcers. On top of that, Madison could not bear children of his own. The ache deepened when the loss of his wife, Dolly's son, from her first marriage, a tragedy Madison felt as if it were his own. Madison may have given America its founding principles, but his own life was far from perfect.